Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. We're so happy you're spending some time with us today. Whether you're listening while having breakfast, walking outside, driving to work, or relaxing at home, thank you for joining us. We have another practical English lesson that can help you sound more natural and confident in everyday conversations.
Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to have you here. I always enjoy these episodes because we get to learn English together in a friendly and simple way. Today's topic is something that native speakers use all the time, often without even thinking about it.
That's absolutely true. In fact, you probably hear this grammar structure every day in movies, TV shows, podcasts, and real conversations. The interesting thing is that many English learners understand it when they hear it, but they don't always feel comfortable using it themselves.
Exactly. Today we're talking about reported speech. If you've ever wanted to tell someone what another person said, reported speech is the tool you need.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand what reported speech is, how native speakers use it naturally, how to avoid common mistakes, and how to sound more fluent when sharing information with others.
And we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt confused about reported speech? Or do you already use it sometimes? Leave a comment and tell us about your experience learning English.
Also, if you're enjoying our lessons, don't forget to like this episode, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Simple English Talks. We create practical English content to help you improve step by step.
Great! Let's jump right into today's lesson and discover how native speakers use reported speech in real conversations every day.
Let's start with the basic idea of reported speech. Reported speech means telling someone what another person said. Instead of repeating the exact words, you explain the message in your own words.
That's right. Let's look at some examples. Imagine your friend says, "I'm tired." Later, you tell another person, "My friend said that she was tired."
Here's another one. Your teacher says, "The test is tomorrow." Later, you tell your classmate, "The teacher said that the test was the next day."
One more example. Your brother says, "I can't find my keys." Later, you tell your mother, "My brother said that he couldn't find his keys."
Native speakers do this constantly. We often share news, conversations, stories, and information from other people. Reported speech helps us do that naturally.
The simple formula is easy to remember. Subject plus reporting verb plus reported information. For example, she said that she was busy, or he told me that he needed help.
Notice that we often use reporting verbs like said, told, explained, mentioned, asked, and suggested.
Here's a real-life example. Yesterday, my friend called me and said, "I'm moving to another city." Later, I told my family that my friend was moving to another city.
I use reported speech all the time. My neighbor recently told me the grocery store closes early on Sundays. Later, I told another neighbor that the grocery store closed early on Sundays.
Listeners, let's practice together. Imagine someone says, "I love this restaurant." How would you report it?
You could say, "She said that she loved that restaurant." Great job if you got it right. Don't worry if it feels difficult at first. It becomes easier with practice.
Now, let's talk about negative forms. If someone says, "I don't like coffee," you can report it as, "He said that he didn't like coffee."
If someone says, "I can't come today," you can report it as, "She said that she couldn't come that day."
Notice how some verb forms change when we report speech. Native speakers often make these changes automatically.
Can you try one? Someone says, "I am not ready." How would you report that?
The answer could be, "He said that he wasn't ready."
Excellent. Keep practicing. You can even pause this podcast and create your own examples.
Another useful tip is that native speakers don't always use the word that. For example, we can say, "She said she was tired." This sounds very natural.
That's true. Both forms are correct. She said that she was tired, and she said she was tired are both common.
Before we move on, remember the main idea. Reported speech helps us share information from conversations without repeating every exact word.
Exactly. We use it to tell stories, share news, explain conversations, and communicate more naturally in English.
Now let's build on what we've learned. Native speakers don't just use reported speech with statements. They also use it with questions, requests, and advice.
That's where things become even more useful. Let's start with questions. Imagine someone asks, "Where do you live?" Later, you can report it by saying, "She asked me where I lived."
Notice that we don't keep the question word order. We don't say, "She asked me where did I live." That's incorrect.
Exactly. We use normal sentence order. She asked me where I lived.
Here's another example. Someone asks, "Are you busy?" Later, you say, "He asked me if I was busy."
Native speakers use this structure every day. For example, my manager asked if I could work on Saturday.
Let's look at requests. If someone says, "Please help me with this project," you can report it by saying, "She asked me to help her with the project."
Or if your mother says, clean your room, you can say, my mother told me to clean my room.
That's a very common pattern. Told someone to do something. Asked someone to do something.
Let's compare formal and informal usage. In formal situations, people often say, the manager informed us that the meeting had been canceled.
In casual conversations, people usually say, "My boss said the meeting was canceled."
Both are correct, but the second version sounds more natural in everyday speech.
Let's do a quick practice activity. I'll say a direct sentence, and you try to report it.
Ready?
I need more time.
You could say, she said that she needed more time.
Great. Next one. Please call me tomorrow.
He asked me to call him the next day.
Excellent. Here are 3 helpful tips. First, focus on the meaning, not just the grammar.
Second, listen carefully to how native speakers report conversations in movies and podcasts.
Third, practice by talking about conversations you've had during your day.
We'd love to see your examples. Write one reported speech sentence in the comments below.
Maybe tell us something a friend said recently. It's a great way to practice.
Let's quickly review. Reported speech works with statements, questions, requests, and advice. The structure changes slightly, but the goal stays the same: sharing information naturally.
For our next section, let's explore how reported speech helps us tell stories and have richer conversations. This is where native speakers really use it all the time. Yes! Once you understand this part, you'll notice reported speech everywhere around you.
One of the biggest reasons native speakers use reported speech is storytelling. When we tell stories, we often describe conversations that happened in the past.
Imagine I had a funny experience at a restaurant. I might say, the waiter told me that they had run out of pizza, and then he suggested trying the pasta instead.
That's a perfect example. You're sharing the conversation without repeating every exact sentence.
Here's another example. Last week, my friend was late. When she arrived, she explained that her train had been delayed.
Notice how natural that sounds. Native speakers constantly use reporting verbs like explained, mentioned, admitted, promised, and suggested.
Let's look at a few examples. He promised that he would call. She admitted that she forgot. They suggested going earlier.
These verbs make your English sound more advanced and natural.
Another important point is tone. Reported speech can sound polite and professional.
For example, in a workplace meeting, you might say, "The client mentioned that they wanted additional information."
That's often smoother than repeating the exact words.
Let's do a mini practice. Imagine your friend says, "This movie is amazing."
Later, you can tell someone, "My friend said that the movie was amazing."
Good. Now imagine your teacher says, "You need more practice."
You could report it as, "My teacher told me that I needed more practice."
Excellent. Speaking out loud is very important.
Don't just listen. Try saying these sentences yourself.
Yes, your speaking muscles need practice just like your body needs exercise.
Here's another challenge. Think about a conversation you had yesterday. Can you report one thing someone said?
Say it out loud right now. Even a simple sentence is useful practice.
Native speakers learn this naturally through years of conversation. You can build the same skill through regular practice.
Let's review the structure again. Reporting verb plus information. For example, said that, told me that, explained that, asked if, suggested that.
The more you use these patterns, the more natural they become.
Exactly. Reported speech isn't just grammar. It's a communication tool that helps you tell stories, share information, and connect with people.
Now, let's talk about some common mistakes. Don't worry, we've all made them.
And understanding these mistakes can help you improve much faster.
I remember making reported speech mistakes when learning another language. It felt confusing at first.
Same here. Mistakes are part of learning. Let's look at some common ones.
Mistake number 1, keeping question word order.
Incorrect. She asked, "Where did I live?"
Correct. She asked where I lived.
We use normal sentence order after the question word.
Mistake number 2, forgetting pronoun changes.
Incorrect. John said, "I am tired." John said that I was tired.
Correct. John said that he was tired.
We need to change the pronoun to match the speaker.
Mistake number 3. Confusing say and tell.
Incorrect. She told that she was busy.
Correct. She said that she was busy. Or she told me that she was busy.
Remember, tell usually needs an object. Tell me, tell him, tell her, tell us.
Mistake number 4. Forgetting infinitives after requests.
Incorrect. She asked me help her.
Correct. She asked me to help her.
Always remember, asked someone to do something.
Here's a funny example.
Imagine someone says, "My dog asked me to feed him." That's funny because dogs don't really speak English.
Well, some dogs look like they're trying to speak.
That's true. Humor helps us remember grammar.
Let's practice. Which is correct? My teacher told me study harder, or my teacher told me to study harder.
The second one is correct.
Great. Here's another. She asked where was the station, or she asked where the station was.
The second version is correct.
Excellent work. Remember, mistakes are normal. Every fluent speaker has made grammar mistakes at some point.
Learning English is a journey, not a race. Focus on progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Every mistake teaches you something valuable.
Now it's time for our interactive practice section. Let's see how much you've learned.
This is your chance to think like a native speaker.
Situation 1. Your friend says, "I'm hungry." Which is better? A. My friend said that he was hungry. B. My friend said that he is hungry.
Usually A is the better answer when reporting later.
Situation 2. Someone asks, "Do you like coffee?" A. She asked if I liked coffee. B. She asked, "Did I like coffee?"
A is correct because we use normal sentence order.
Situation 3. Your manager says, "Finish the report." A. My manager told me finish the report. B. My manager told me to finish the report.
B is correct.
Situation 4. Your friend says, "Let's go to the beach."
You can report it as, my friend suggested going to the beach.
Very natural. Native speakers use that pattern often.
Here's another variation. In formal situations, you might say, she suggested that we go to the beach.
Excellent. Now create your own reported speech sentence and write it in the comments.
The more examples you create, the faster you'll improve.
And remember to speak your answers out loud whenever possible.
Real conversation matters more than perfect grammar. Communication is always the goal.
Today, we've covered a lot of useful English. We learned what reported speech is, why native speakers use it, and how it appears in everyday conversations.
We explored 3 important areas: reporting statements, reporting questions and requests, and using reported speech in storytelling and real-life communication.
We also looked at common mistakes and learned how to avoid them. That's a huge step towards sounding more natural in English.
Think about how many conversations you hear every day. Now you have a new tool for sharing those conversations with other people.
Keep practicing. Listen to English podcasts, watch English videos, and notice how often reported speech appears.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every sentence you try helps build your confidence.
We'd love to hear from you. What was the most useful thing you learned today? Leave a comment below and share your own reported speech examples.
Also, tell us which grammar topic you'd like us to cover in a future episode. Your ideas help us create better content for this community.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Simple English Talks. It really helps us continue creating free English lessons for learners around the world.
Thank you so much for listening and learning with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress.